Hey guys, so the other day I was on TikTok, and you know how TikTok can be. Sometimes you just be on it and it takes you into other people's lives. And there's this set of guys, Igbo guys, that TikTok tends to sort of bring my way. And on this live, you see one particular guy called Okono, one other one is Chukwumerije. And then they have these conversations that it takes me to Ndimboche. Do you know what Ndimboche? Ndimboche is olden days Igbo land. The sort that you would read in Okonkwo. In fact, it's not even Okonkwo's level, because Okonkwo's level, they still used to give women dignity. They had Uguwany, but it's just their mentality is just really backward. Okay. So anyway, so that day it kind of just brought me to this life, and there was a woman talking, and I think they were having an argument, and the argument was about women or men who bring women into the country, and then the women break up the marriage or break up the union. And so the men were, I think they were trying to say that it happens to men, but that women who bring men into the country, the men sort of stick with the women. And I think there was a woman there, like making her case, right? And she was just talking assertively. She was just talking and saying, actually, this happens to a lot of women. I know so many women who have brought men in, and who the men have messed up immediately. They got their papers and just talking. And as the woman was just talking normally, and I was listening, and she was making a lot of sense. And then I was looking at the comments. The men were saying, she's talking, she's very authoritative. Is she married? She's like literally, this one was just talking normally. She was not, because a lot of times when I've chanced upon these men, their lives, you see them, maybe if they call a woman, they bring people up. And then there was one where I remember that they brought a woman up, and they were asking her, I think she was saying she's a nursing student, either that she's a nursing in Nigeria. And they were asking her, so what will you do if you marry someone who is abroad? She's like, no, I'm going to make sure I keep the marriage, blah 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 blah. How can somebody bring me, and I know I will make sure I keep. I do like, hey, name my cousin. No, I like Moti Sekwoku. I like how soft spoken you are. So the girl was just there. You could see her being validated in their praise. You know how you are. It's you. Oh Jesus! You could see the how she was preening like is it peacock now, and everybody just validating you and just telling you how, oh ne, I like him, no, oh ikurofuma, like you spoke well. They were just really speaking. So I remember coming off that, and I'm like, what a silly girl. Like, look at you performing for these kinds of guys. These are not even the type of people you should perform for. But anyway, I kind of, whatever, maybe she's trying to sell her market. But when I saw this woman just talking and laying her case, just talking normally, and they were like, you're too authoritative. Are you married? Yeah. Hey, I say Jesus. And that's the thing. It's like some of these Igbo guys, it's so it's sad. It's sad to just see men who can't stand a woman who is just herself. Why do you think that woman needs to be soft all round? I like Imoti say kwoko. When a woman wants to talk, she'll say, well, I've heard what you have to say, but I also have my own. Who is doing that with you? Who they do that nonsense with you? I mean, I can understand doing it inside, indoors for your husband. But why do you think a woman that wants to talk and make her point, she needs to perform? So you will say, equal zeal of man, equal love for man. Who is doing that with you? And it's so short. Like, these men really need to come out of that cave, come out from there. Stop looking. Stop. Women have gone past those people who are performing for you, performing. So you say, name marker. Then, yeah. Oh Jesus God. I'm so sorry. This is just me. This is just me being me. I beg, just you won't allow me. But anyway, I wanted to talk about that because I found it hilarious, and I have a call coming in. I found it hilarious, and I wanted to talk about it. I just wanted to say, hey, just be yourself. Stop performing for guys. All right. Whoever that is going to like you is going to like you as you are. It doesn't matter if they tell you, oh, you're authoritative. And I like what the woman said. She said to them, if you don't like the way that I am, that's fine. Another person likes how I am. Right. So I don't need to, I'm not your spec. Your spec might be those people who are performing. That's fine. But it doesn't mean that if I come up here to talk, you need to then check how I'm talking. Nne, it's like you're not talking in a very feminine. What is a feminine way to talk? What? How? Anyway, just wanted to talk about that. Just be yourself and leave these okonkos alone. I mean, we need men, a lot more men like Ibuka, Obiuchendo, Noble Igwe. These guys who are very progressive. If you hear the way that they talk, if you hear their discussions, it's so progressive, right? You won't see those kinds of guys in this kinds of level with this kind of you can imagine Ibuka looking for a who is saying "Hey, you're too authoritative. And that's how you know a progressive path, right? You don't retrogress to the people that are looking for nne who in Okwanadi. You don't sound very feminine. Just wanted to say that. Bye.